were outperformed, we were out-physicaled. We definitely didn't play complementary football. We had 2 3-and-outs to start the game on offense, so we touched the ball 6 times, and we looked up and we were down 21-0. So definitely not complementary football at the end of the day.
What can you guys take from that? I mean, obviously it was 2 seasons ago, but obviously a lot of this team was still intact, a lot of their team was still intact.
Sure.
What do you take from that moving forward to not put you guys obviously in that position again?
Yeah, we have to start faster, and I don't want to say that we hit the panic button too early. We definitely were a little frantic, but we know that we're a great team. We were a good team back then as well, and a 21-point deficit isn't the end of the world. You saw the Bills come back with 15 points in 10 minutes the other day against them. Obviously, different year and everything, but it can be done against great teams, and we know that we can do that if we find ourselves in that position again, which we definitely won't.
Would you say that was a good teaching moment for y'all going forward and building the nucleus? You guys were rookies, you and Jameer at that time. Was that good, teaching moment for you guys?
I think there's teaching moments in everything, to be honest, in the wins, the losses, getting your butt kicked in training camp that year, going into your first NFL season, so lots of things to learn from.
Sam, Jared was talking about the pass protection from the offensive line just in general. Do you think it's fair to say that last game was maybe you and Brock collectively one of your better pass protecting games and just blocking in general for you two?
I think a lot of guys took a great jump from week 1 to week 2. Starting with the offensive line, they played outstanding last week. You saw 180 yards on the ground, protecting quarterback the entire game. Again, Brock and I were involved with protection a lot. We thought we did a great job too. So yeah.
You guys are blocking, wide receivers blocking, everybody's kind of blocking. I mean, is that part of the DNA of this offense, that nobody's too big to do the dirty work?
Absolutely. There's a lot of selfless individuals on this team. I say this frequently, but there's a lot of mouths to feed. You see the wideouts getting involved in the run game. Khalif Raymond, Coach Campbell reflected on the game the other day, and on the trap block that Jameer ran down the sideline, our sideline, for 40 yards, Khalif had a fantastic block that you'd probably never hear about unless you really sat down and watched the tape and reflected on it with the entire team. So we expect everybody to block that's out there touching the field.
How much do you need to be watching out for a guy like Kyle Hamilton as an offense in this game?
He's a tremendous player. He's all over the field, makes a lot of plays. You definitely have to account for him.
How much does the dynamic of the offense change when you're able to get those explosive plays early?
I think the play-action pass was set up beautifully last week. Reflecting on establishing the run game first is probably the most important thing. When you have 180 yards on the ground, you have to bring safeties in the box. Guys have to fit their run fits. They're not expecting all these mid-crosses, these 20, 30-yard, 40-yard chunk plays. And, of course, you see the big ones go over the top to J-Mo and Leaf and Saint, whoever.
Going back to Kyle Hamilton, how much does it help going against someone like Brian Branchall during training camp, a pretty similar player?
Yeah, Brian's a tremendous player. Doesn't exactly have the 6'4" frame like Kyle, but they move very similar. Great in the slot, great when they roll down in buzz coverage. They patrol the skies as well. He's a great player. Have to account for him.
Given that they run a lot of simulated blitzes, how does your role in that change? And how much is it on everybody to kind of be able to kind of communicate, diagnose what where the blitzes are coming, where maybe guys might be dropping to?
Tight ends are frequently involved in protection. They're frequently involved with the chips and the nudges for the offensive line just to give the quarterback that extra half second to get the ball out. So diagnosing where those blitzes are coming from, trying to help in protection as much as possible.